following is a presentation of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Student-led, student-centered, student-serving.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a thrilling night of high school soccer here at Frederick High School. It is senior night, and the atmosphere is absolutely electric as the Golden Eagles face off against the Niwot Cougars in what promises to be a memorable matchup.
Tonight's an exciting one. It's all about honoring the seniors and what they've poured their hearts into this program. Let's start with the captain, Sage Mares, who's been leading the Golden Eagles all season long. We've got Teresa Rosclav, the creative playmaker in the midfield, and Tommy Buell, whose energy and tendencies have been a key for Frederick's fight this season.
Sage, Teresa, and Tommy have all been outstanding for the Golden Eagles this year. Sage has been the captain, guiding her team with poise and passion, while Teresa's vision and ball control has been crucial in the middle of the park. And Tommy, though not a captain, has been a true warrior on the field, always giving it her all.
And tonight, these seniors looking to finish up their home careers on a high note. Golden Eagles are currently sitting at 2-10-1 with senior night on the line. They're ready to fight for a win in front of the home crowd.
But standing in their way, the Niwot Cougars with a 4-8-1 record. They've had their struggles too, but they have been competitive this season. In fact, both teams have shared common ground with the Cougars, going 2-4 against those teams, and the Golden Eagles going 8-0-6. But the records go out the window tonight, as this is senior night, and it's about who shows up and plays with heart.
Niwot's been through some tough matches, but they've got some talent on their roster. They've managed to take down some tough opponents, and they're coming in tonight looking to end the season strong. But the Golden Eagles on the other side, they're determined to give everything they've got, and it's going to be a battle from start to finish.
The crowd is buzzing. The teams are ready. You can feel the energy in the air. Senior night always brings something special with players like Sage, Teresa, and Tommy leading the charge for the Golden Eagles, are ready to show just what they are made of.
The question tonight is, will the Golden Eagles rise for their seniors and make this night a night to remember, or will the Cougars play spoiler and steal the win? It's senior night, and we're in for a thrilling one.
It's the final home game of the season, and the Golden Eagles are looking to make sure it's a night to remember. Get ready for an action-packed showdown here at Frederick High School when we come back. Kickoff exclusively on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose, you start to discover you have a reason to live. And when you discover you have a reason to live, you start to notice you have influence. And when you lean into that influence, you make an impact. This world needs people like you, the next generation, to discover your purpose and to decide today the leader you want to be tomorrow.
Welcome into the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I'm Ian McKendry. Alongside me is Mason Shafronic. Mason's one last ride here for soccer at home. How we feeling tonight, man?
It's a great night. Great weather. Looking sharp. Get a nice win at home. Looking to spoil the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in that little intro there, but like you said, nice weather. It was looking a little cloudy and windy earlier, but overall, seems like a pretty nice day for some weather, as we will throw it down to the pitch with Hunter Vickers. Hunter.
Do you want a relax?
The senior night is epic, man, and a lot of leadership from these seniors for the past couple years. I've been seeing these girls play 2 years ago. I see their communication and their leadership on the field and off the field at practices and during games. Thank you, Ian.
Welcome back up top.
Thank you, Mason. Let us take a look at your keys for tonight's game. Let's get into it.
It's going to start. We kind of touched on it, but it's going to be the senior leadership. Our three senior leaders, even though Tommy Buell doesn't wear that captain armband, she's a key piece in this program and how this team flows around the pitch. It's all going to come down to that leadership, and if the leaders can propel the Eagles.
I mean, yeah, you talked about it with Tommy not having the captain band, but you still have Sage Mares, who has wore the captain band. I think she had a goal on the broadcast. I'm pretty sure when we were here, and she's definitely a top player on this team. She's one of the middle ground pieces of this team. She's really like the center stone, the stable base of this team.
And that makes sense. She's an elder veteran along this team, playing 4 years, just looking to cap off her night tonight. on this home field. Another thing is controlling the midfield. You can play as much offense and defense as you want, but the middle of the field's going to be what I guess they say. You can't win from playing in the middle, but you can definitely lose by playing from the middle.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about you can't – if you want to play all offense, all defense, that's fine, but you have to be able to use that transition, and controlling that midfield will help you develop those transitions to get back and forth to both sides and become the more dominant team on the pitch.
So we got a little national anthem going and the scoreboard buzzer.
As we heard that rendition of the national anthem, we'll pull your keys back up here and finish them off strong.
The final piece to that is Avery Briggs. She's got to be the wall tonight.
I mean, that's kind of becoming her name now, is the wall. And, I mean, obviously we didn't really see a great performance out of the Meade game last time we were here, but overall she's been really the center, not really center stone, but she's been kind of the
She's
captain.
been the backbone.
She's been the captain that's not the captain of this team. And like you said, the backbone of this team. She's been really one of the strongest players on this team, dominating from, the back line and just becoming really the strongest component of this team. She has the most, composure as well because, she lets an amount of goals. But she's got to be able to erase that from her memory, bounce back, and have some dominant performances.
I think part of the reason that we rely on Briggs so much is we don't have that great of a defensive side.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have to lean on Briggs, and she stepped up to the challenge.
Yeah, we've definitely kind of struggled with that, not being, the solid midfield team, the transition team that we need to be. But tonight I feel a spark. I feel some energy coming from down there. I feel like something's going to be great. As now we see our line up.
Briggs getting her name called. And competing at how she does as a sophomore is very impressive.
I know, especially being, like you said, a sophomore, being so young and versatile, being in the net to dominate is such a huge thing. And for her to be that young, this shows the future for Frederick is going to be bright. And I'm excited to see, in my last year next year, to see how much she can grow from this year on to next year and see how this team can extend to a better level. So we hear some of the seniors getting named. We can take a look at the 3 seniors for Frederick on this team. We obviously have Tommy Buell. We talked about her back in I believe she plays the defensive line, plays a little bit of midfield as well. Sage Mara is dominating the midfield.
It sounded like a bottle rocket just went off.
And then obviously Teresa, who plays a lot of that forward role, so she definitely is a versatile piece up in the front line and is definitely one of those key pieces.
As we get set here for kickoff, let's dive into the Niwot Cougars a little bit.
Yeah, we get there. Yeah, as we can compare the two teams coming into tonight's matchup.
You can see good graphic by Ian too. They've put a misclick in, but the records are pretty similar. Frederick's lost 2 more games. Lost 2 more that Niwot's picked up. I think the biggest thing is that the common opponent. Frederick's lost all 6 common opponents. But we were looking through, and all games have been relatively close.
I mean, the 2 games and the difference between the common opponents aren't that really big of a deal between the 2 teams. They both have, it's been closer games. They've been closer games than you would expect, and Frederick's only lost those games maybe 1 by 2, whereas Niwot, they lost them by, I don't know, they won by 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, and all the 2 games that Niwot has won have been pretty close.
And Niwot, they're definitely a heavy team on the road. They've really been propelling themselves on the road. They're 1-6 at home. They're 3-2-1 on the road. Frederick, though, on the other hand, they're a better team at home. 2-4-1. We've got our 2 wins here at home. Me and you were there for the first one.
Yeah,
and
we covered both of them.
Me and Hunter were at the other one. But they are definitely a better team at home. But Niwot becoming the better team on the road, it's definitely going to be a, kind of a teeth-grinding matchup where it's going to be, a tough matchup between the 2.
As we get underway, Mares gets the first touch for Frederick. He'll be sent out.
Niwot controlling it from their back line, trying to open up some offense out of this midfield. I mean, your keys as well can really go for both sides. Niwot, if they really want to win this game, they're going to have to play some strong midfield game because Frederick is coming to play tonight. They are definitely ready to try to get a win, especially for these seniors, too. You want to go out on a ride and do really well at home. Frederick moving it down the wing. That's Brooklyn Rickman. We've talked about her name quite a lot. The freshman, Ryskova, trying to get it inside the box.
You kind of touched on the Rickmans. Both of them, Brooklyn and Hayden Rickman, have been a household name here in the booth. Both have been a key young piece to this team.
I mean, the Rickmans, they're also younger, too. They're not both, it's a junior and a freshman. So, I mean, there's still a year where you have Hayden still here as a junior, being a defensive star. And then you've got Brooklyn for 4 years. Coming out of tonight, it's going to be, closer to 3 years left with Brooklyn. But you definitely have those dominating key pieces that you need to use and dominate. Frederick sends that ball on down, trying to open up an offensive opportunity.
Teresa tracking her man down, pushing her back.
Yeah, trying to force Niwot to make a mistake down low in the defensive front. Frederick putting up some high pressure, which is you like to see because Frederick, when they start these games, we've talked about it quite a few times, is you've got to start strong. And we haven't been that, strong starting team. We really have to find a way to dominate that. Teresa finds that ball through. Frederick just can't get in the way of it. Niwot controlling it on the offensive side, running down that wing. Pretty open. That ball kind of just a little too behind that opportunity. Now they send it to her once again.
One name to look out for here from the Cougars is number 2, Tori Biffle. She's their goals and assist leader only as a freshman. I see her name to be called some more tonight.
That might be the player of the night that we have to, mention, as Briggs does a very, very impressive goal kick.
Briggs just sent it 60 yards.
We don't really see Briggs take that many goal kick opportunities. As the night goes on, it's more of a Rickman stepping in to take those kicks for her. But right now, Briggs is dominating. But I think this is one of the first games where we haven't seen a goal scored in the first 5 minutes. We still have some time. But
yeah, we're halfway through the 5.
But, I mean, we've seen usually at this time a goal be scored. So good job by Frederick keeping that pressure on the offensive push. Now while working it from their own end, trying to turn it up the pitch, trying to go down that wing side, put too much on that ball. Rolls out of bounds. Boss trying to make sure that ball gets pushed down the pitch. Strojan holding that throw. Finds Rickman. Rickman controls, tries to send it towards the middle, intercepted there. Niwot picks it up and starts moving with it. There's Biffle with it. Controlling it. Strojan doing some good defense. That ball sneaking past the midfield of Niwot. Niwot pushing it down the far wing now.
Smart move by the Cougars to realize that going east-west with the ball opens up some alleys on the far side of the field. They're trying to jam one through over there. Might be better off coming back to this close side.
Yeah, I mean, Frederick put some hard pressure on that. You know, their goalkeeper's right side, so the close side of your screen, they definitely are trying to jam that through, like you said, through Frederick's defense. But Frederick staying strong, staying tall, trying to get that through ball through, nowhere to go. Rickman stepped in the way, made a play on it. It's a foul called there. Little push in the back. It'll be a free kick for Niwot.
One thing I liked, Niwot was going east-west with the ball, I guess top to bottom on your screen, and Frederick, all 11 moved with the ball. I mean, it's hard to coordinate everyone together, but when you can find some kind of wave of momentum, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely
You
need
can all
to,
move together.
you definitely have to communicate, and if this team can work as, one whole well-oiled
Yeah,
machine,
if you can work as one unit.
this will definitely become a better performance for you, especially if you guys are all on the same page, communicating well. It's going to be a better game for Frederick, and hopefully try to snatch the win.
I feel like Frederick's been a more aggressive than their normal team identity, which I look for it to pay off here.
As that ball sneaks past Frederick's defensive line, that intercepted right in front of the net. Briggs jumping on the ball, but it got through. And Niwot nets the first one, but Briggs is down. So is Niwot's forward.
Just a hard collision there. Briggs tried jumping on the ball. Looks like Briggs will be just fine.
Yeah, it looks like she was trying to get on top of it, trying to intercept that low pass, and a good job by Niwot to get that ball through and get that shot on the other side of the net.
That was just a defensive breakdown by Frederick. They're doing so well midfield, trying to push the pace going north, but just got stuck.
That's one of those kind of unfortunate goals to give up because it goes off the Frederick's defender leg, which opened up that opportunity for Niwot. Rickman moving it as Frederick coming kind of out with some fire right now. Finds Strojan down the wing. A little miss passed by Rickman. As that ball gets sent out of bounds, so Frederick will get the throw in deep inside Niwot's territory. Strojan tried to receive that ball. Got knocked out. So ball sent down Rickman. Sends it across side. That ball intercepted by Niwot, but Frederick backtracks, recoups. Tommy Buell touching that ball on that far side. Niwot trying to make a run now. Biffle with it, sends it on through. There's Dia Maida. Maida trying to cross. Lost her defender. Sets up the opportunity, hits off the leg. That ball bounces out of the Frederick zone. Ryskova stepping in, making some plays with her body, goes down. Kind of tripped on her own footing there.
I can't believe that ball just stayed put right there.
That ball just did not move. Skova sends it, trying to get Rickman on a run. Niwot has to backtrack in their defense, trying to find a way to open up the opportunity. Nice move there. Sends it on down through, and all over that right there is that Frederick defense. That ball goes out of bounds. Out on Strojan, so it will be a Niwot throw. Tommy Buell on that far side playing some high pressure defense. Niwot trying to push the pace, trying to open up an offensive opportunity once again.
And that ball went across to Buell. She had nice body positioning, letting that ball hit the ground. And she just shielded her man off. Almost gave her time for Frederick support there, too.
That ball flopping out of bounds, so it will be a defensive throw for Niwot. thrown in by Niwot, pushing that pace back down. Frederick trying to get a leg on that ball, trying to open up an opportunity to make an offensive push. Twisting, turning, got it turned over. Niwot now trying to push that ball down. Good job by Rickman to stay in front of it. Rickman trying to send it down to Ryskova. Bounced right under her leg. That ball rolls on out of bounds.
I like Frederick's pace. Even though they let in one, this is not a quitting team. They found their mojo, and they're right back at it.
Yeah, we have seen from Frederick quite a few times, after giving up that first goal, they start pushing more. They start being more, on the pressure side. But usually they don't really net a goal until later in that half to overall equalize the score.
One thing to note, Rosklova has gotten a sub. She's off the pitch.
So one of the seniors gone. Addie Schaefer checked on. Briggs stepping up from her crease. Sends that one on down.
Smart play from Buell. She knew that she didn't have any support near her, and she had a Niwot attacker on her. Just sends one back to Briggs.
Yeah, she did a good job there trying to keep that offensive opening as a misread pass by Frederick turns into a Niwot offensive opportunity. So this transition defense is where Frederick really needs to work the pace. They need to stay focused. This Buell with a defensive breakdown. Strojan having to chase a 2-on-1. Gets in front of the shot, and that one's in the back of the net as it rolled right to Niwot.
Another defensive breakdown by Frederick. We've seen it twice now, and Niwot's been able to capitalize.
2-0 Niwot. As that's just a hard one to give up there.
That is. Frederick's been playing so well in the offensive zone.
It just shows you one small slip-up like that just turns into a completely defensive breakdown, and Frederick really is just struggling to try to keep the defensive pressure from.
And it's always tough coming back to defend a 2-on-1, and especially in soccer with how open it is.
I mean, any sport, 2-on-1's not a likely situation, but yeah, in soccer it's hard because that open field, if you just get that pass through, it should open up an opportunity. Niwot pushing it up the pitch now. There is again Biffle. Biffle really orchestrated that play to open up that goal.
I was just gonna say, Biffle seems kind of like a bumper. Like they'll find Biffle with a pass, and then she'll facilitate from her spot. She's always in the middle of the field, and she knows where her wings are, looking to fly up the pitch. Great ball player.
Niwot moving it from the midfield now. Sends it on back. Ball pops on up. Frederick trying to open some sort of opportunity. Rickman mispassed ball. Frederick's really got to put some pressure on that ball, though. They really need to make a play there. Strojan has to backtrack. Rickman gets in the front of it. Fiver from her back line. Sends it up, and that ball just rolls out of bounds. It seems like that far side, Frederick has not really had a winger there. They haven't had an offensive opportunity going down that side.
Not really. And you kind of mentioned on Frederick need to define their attack. I thought they started really strong. They've kind of let off the gas a little bit here.
Yeah, they've kind of slowed down the pace after letting up the 2 goals. It really turns into that, that mental game of, hey, we're down 2-0, but we still have to stay in it. We have to keep fighting. But they're struggling.
Would you like to meet an Olympian, connect with a D1 athlete, or talk with a Twitch streamer? Rocky Students is part of Rocky Church, and they're all about connecting students to their purpose. They believe students are the future, and their goal is to help you be empowered, encouraged, and supported. There are many ways to connect with the Rocky Students. You can start by watching their monthly podcast on YouTube, where you can hear from guests of a multitude of topics, show up on Wednesday nights, and hang out with some friends, meet some incredible guest speakers, or even enjoy the gaming community on Discord. You can find them on Instagram at RockyStudents_Frederick to learn more.
Niwot moving that ball from the midfield. Twisting, turning. Frederick trying to pit pocket that ball. A nice block there. Frederick Strojan trying to step into it. Plays that ball towards the midfield now. 3 Frederick defensemen in the way, and Niwot almost comes away with it. Strojan finds Rickman. Rickman trying to find Schaefer on a run. Rickman on her own, in her own world, finds Strojan on through. Beautiful ball. Strojan having to fight that battle back by the defense. That ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Niwot.
Boz just chased Strojan down. It was kind of a one-on-one track race.
That was a good defensive-on-defensive matchup because we're used to seeing Strojan in that defensive line.
On the defensive side of the ball. Watch out. Niwot's trying to press up here.
They're trying to go quick right after the goal kick. They're trying to just go straight into an attack mode. Niwot twisting, turning. Frederick doing a good job keeping the pressure on, but can they do anything with this pressure?
Holmes just facilitated the ball, but a little earlier, Holmes was leading that forecheck, and she did an excellent job with it.
Nice move to watch her go flying. Boss just done a good job there. That ball set on down. Mita to the middle of the field, going on through. Biffle trying to make the run, but Briggs stands in net, stands strong.
Briggs kind of has a little fire, a little jump after giving up 2.
I mean, I think really the 2 goals kind of weren't her fault.
Not really.
Because they were both kind of 2-on-1 opportunities that turned into hard chances for her to make a save. And especially with that first one she gave up, she kind of took a knock to the head, which didn't really open up an opportunity for her to get in front of that ball.
Yeah, both of them were quick break opportunities. And even on that second one, she fully committed to the pass. Got a try on it, but was unsuccessful. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, Greg Zadell at Zadell Realty is your community-centered go-to person. Greg is a local realtor and broker who has been selling homes in the Carbon Valley area since 1980. He's an active supporter of our community, FHS, and a proud partner of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. If you need a realtor with deep knowledge of the market, Greg Zadell is your guy. Watch for his monthly real estate article in the Consumer Report or email him at greg@zadellrealty.com. Greg Zadell and Zadell Realty, your community-centered realtor.
Rickman almost blasted a goal into the top corner. Just missed it a little wide. Nearing the halfway point of this first half. Frederick down by 2. Well, shout out to Zadell, though. I mean, that is a guy.
Big fan of Zadell.
Big fan of Zadell. We met with him a couple times last year.
A few times.
Yeah.
I'm even selling the house this summer. We're going to have to contact Greg and see what he's looking at.
See what he wants to do. Yeah, exactly. Ball sent on in. Rickman, can she find a way to get that ball off the Niwot defense? That ball knuckled out of bounds. Frederick kind of finally finding that pace to get that ball past Niwot's defensive line.
Frederick's starting to find their mojo. I thought they found it in the start. After giving up 2, came a little shaky. But they're starting to claw back in here.
They have to. I think if you want to go into this half and have a chance to, win this game, I think you have to come out of this half with at least 1 goal. I think you have to be with the opportunity. If you get one back, you come into the second half only down 1. And Frederick really has started the second half as a strong team. They do very, very well in the second half, so they just have to stay focused and get to that point. That ball skips on out of bounds. Strojan was the last to touch it for Frederick. Niwot setting up that throw. Heather Humphrey trying to get that ball as Biffer ran right into her that time. Biffle, sorry. Stepping through, lost it, trying to regain it, bouncing off some Niwot bodies. Evie guys trying to step in now, step in front. 2 Frederick defenders in the vicinity, and Niwot just stepped into it. Fiver does a good job stepping into that one. Rickman now trying to find Schaefer on the run. Rickman stops, finds that through. Schaefer.
Smart move by Rickman, not trying to force that. You could tell that she was looking for it, and she was trying to make that pass. Went behind the Niwot defender and was able to make it cleanly.
Yeah, like you said, was a clean clean stop, and she found the opening, but just put a little bit too much on it, which opened up Niwot's transition as we see right now. That ball sent on down. Schaefer trying to chase it nearest Frederick in the vicinity. So watch that ball just go on the line. Schaefer right there trying to force it. Force her on the line. Niwot gets it across the line, tiptoeing. Frederick stepping into it now. Rickman trying to turn. Rickman stepping around. Rickman trying to open up the opportunity. Morris from way outside, off the crossbar. Oh, what a save by the keeper. Went off the goalpost.
Man, oh, man.
Corner kick coming up for Frederick. As Morris took a cannon and just ripped that one, almost put it top bins.
That would have been a goal she would have remembered. Senior night going a little bar down.
Bar down would have been crazy. What a save by the keeper, though, to step in front of it. It's now Frederick. We talked about this against the Mountain View team. Set pieces. We have to utilize these set pieces. We struggle with throw-ins. We've gotten much better. But corners, we still need to figure out where we want to go with it. Sent on in the box. Ball's in the air. Who's going to get under it? Frederick got a header opportunity, but that ball just bounced out of bounds. I think with Frederick on that on those corners, they don't settle it. They go very quickly, which you'd like to do, but if you can't really get the ball on a foot that you think can score or open up an opportunity that you can score, it kind of opens up some not great opportunities for you.
I'd 100% agree. Frederick, one thing is they can't get that ball close enough to the net. We've seen when playing against Meade, it was actually Holy Family. Their corner kicks would always get like in there. It was Mountain View. I don't know if you can hear Ian mouthing it. No, yeah. Someone of the team. Their corner kicks would always get to the middle, and there's always just congestion there.
Yeah, they couldn't open it up. But, I think our team, they do excel in the weather. We have noticed the games that we've played the best, it has been either raining, snowing. Maybe we have a chance of rain. But I think those are definitely the chances that Frederick get the best opportunity for some reason, which you feel like you play a lot less stronger in the rain because it's a lot harder to play. Rickman took it away, trying to get it to her sister down on the pitch. Rickman, step it. Schaefer finds Rickman. Rickman with an opportunity to shoot. She takes it, but kind of topped the ball that time.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose, you start to discover you have a reason to live. And when you discover you have a reason to live, you start to notice you have influence. And when you lean into that influence, you make an impact. This world needs people like you, the next generation, to discover your purpose and to decide today the leader you want to be tomorrow.
Niwot moving it from their defensive front. Now in that midfield, trying to open up that opportunity down the wing. Someone wants it. Heather Humphreys was calling for it, never got it. Towards that midfield. Briggs is going to go get it and corral it.
Nifty move by Holmes, able to find some open turf and try to excel that ball forward. Briggs was just all over that, though.
Briggs on the goal kick now. Takes off the wrong bounce on the touch. Skips through. Niwot gets in front of it. Frederick now stops the ball. Buell on that far side. Got it taken away from her. And now here comes Niwot. Fiver steps in front of it. Finds Buell. Buell back to Fiver. Schaefer really putting in the effort, trying to get there. Niwot does a good job facilitating, blocking off Schaefer as that ball is
I can't believe that ball stayed in bounds.
sitting on the line. It's Out of bounds it goes.
They're saying that's in bounds?
No, they called it
okay.
out. Okay. I was confused too.
I was like,
that
what?
looked way out. Niwot playing it from their own end.
So far, just watching the way Niwot plays, they do a good job going east to west, moving laterally across the field.
Yeah, their transition from defense to offense is really successful, and it's been, those quick transitions that have opened the scorecard for them. That's how they've gotten their first 2 goals. They've gotten odd man rushes and opened up opportunities. Niwot trying to block that ball off. Buell got in front of it. Niwot pit-pockets it away. Here they come on the attack. As Fiver got a hold of the ball. As it rolled out of bounds.
Sonia Holmes, the freshman for Niwot, takes a spill. They got double Holmes over there. Oh, they got two freshman Holmes.
Do you think they're twins?
Gotta be. If they're both freshmen.
Both freshmen, let's say, yeah, unless they're just completely different people, not related to each other.
Just not at all.
Not
just
at
playing
all
the
related.
same team.
Same team, same names. Throw in for Niwot still.
Playing with your sister for 4 years. I guess they probably played longer together for more than 4 years, but
Yeah,
having that experience is probably pretty cool.
you have the connection, that communication aspect. As Frederick sent that one deeper into their own territory, out of bounds. 16-14 to go in the first half. Niwot up 2-0. As Ken Frederick finds some momentum. Try to get back to this one. Rickman doing a good job walking with her, tight-roping it. Now Frederick really trying to do it, but Niwot doing a good job challenging the ball. We haven't seen Frederick do that very often. They don't really get in there and challenge the ball like Niwot just did, and we need to see more of that if you're Frederick. Niwot trying to cross it inside the box, stepping into it. Humphreys was there. Niwot again just playing ticky-tacky ball from outside. Humphreys out chases Strojan as Humphreys comes away with it, centering feed into the box, hits a leg of Frederick's defense.
I think that was probably one of the better outcomes with the ball just going wide. That ball crosses fully through the crease.
That's a goal.
You're asking for that to end up in the back of your own net. I thought it was scary that the one-on-one turnover there in the corner, that ball probably should have just
went out of bounds.
Yeah. Let your team get back and play on the defensive side of the ball. But Frederick took a chance.
That one goes out of bounds again. A few substitutions. So Ryskova checks back in the game. Checking out Schaefer.
Looks like Mars is going off now.
First time seeing her being taken off tonight. That ball bounces on through the legs. Evie Geist playing it from the wing. Niwot controls it. Ball's tight roping on the line. What a move. There, Frederick is getting wheeled around. Beautiful cross in the box. Open offensive opportunity for Niwot as they keep playing ticky-tacky. Pass off the crossbar. Ball is getting bounced around. Who has it? Fiver. Got to get rid of it. Geist gives it back to Niwot. Niwot.
Frederick has to clear.
Blocked. Rolls out wide. Taking a breather.
Going back to that grade A opportunity that Niwot just had, Biffle set it up perfectly. Gave that a nice pass, and I was unable to capitalize, ringing some pipe. We'll get an inbound by the Frederick defender.
Niwot gets it at their midfield area. Throwing for Frederick. Pushing down the far wing. They call a foul. Maybe an illegal throw. No, there was a foul.
I don't know what that was, unless it was Teresa Rozklova over there.
I think she might have put a little bump in there.
I don't know. That's kind of a tough one to tell. I mean, the refs got a little better vantage point than we do up here in the booth.
Yeah, it's hard to see from up here. Turning it outside corner. Here comes Niwot moving it on through and just walked completely through Frederick's defensive front. Intercepted there by Frederick. And that ball just went right into a Niwot leg, right to Briggs. I mean, right now, Niwot has definitely had the lucky bounces. All the bounces that ball's taken have really gone Niwot's way. Briggs having to retreat. Niwot high-stepping through again, finding their rhythm right just through all of Frederick's defense. Crossing the box. Nobody there, thankfully, for Frederick. As Briggs lets it go on out. Guys trying to step in. Boss from the back line stepping up. Buell gets rid of it.
One thing Niwot's doing really well right now is they have layers of pressure. If that ball gets through one layer, there's always that secondary and third layer able to contain and keep the pressure on.
Yeah, you said it perfect there. They're just keeping the pressure constant and just keep hammering at that Frederick defensive line, not allowing them to clear that ball. Niwot backing it out. Nearing the 10-minute mark, the quarter mark of this half. Nice stop by Strojan. They both took a tumble. As Boss and Strojan, they've kind of been the two facilitators for those both defensive lines. Rickman almost came behind and pit-pocketed Peyton Rhodes that time. Rhodes wasn't expecting it, and that's kind of the intensity you need from Frederick to just keep pushing, keep the pressure on. If you want that ball, you got to go get it.
Nice step up there by the Frederick defense. That would have been Niwot ball any day of the week. She said, no, ma'am.
No, ma'am. That's Rickman on that back line doing a good job there. Niwot sets it up, controls. Greer. Found Humphreys. Humphreys sends it back up to the middle. From the midfield now. Niwot trying to move it. Ryskova steps in front of that ball. Does a good job putting it down. Nice left-footed pass. Right to Rickman. Rickman kind of moving a little too fast for her own feet. Can't even trying to control that ball. Moving a little too quick. Guys trying to step in there and make a play, but couldn't. Buell kind of gave up on that play. Didn't really do much to try to win it back. Right there, she steps in front of it and sends that one out. So under 10 minutes to play. Down 2-0. Mason, what are you looking at if you're Frederick right now?
You just got to find a way to gain offensive zone possession and be able to find that ball in the offensive zone. Niwot's just doing a good job of hounding you and just keep pushing you back. Frederick needs to get one through and get guys upfield. Sorry, is that an improper term? Get ladies up the field?
In this case, I don't really know.
I said guys in a gender-neutral term.
Back line right now. Frederick has to play better defense.
Just a reminder that our broadcast is brought to you in part by United Power. At United Power, we are a proud partner of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network and proud to power local sports and local schools. United Power, your local touchstone energy cooperative.
Oh, down she goes, rolling on the ball. They call it a foul.
Geyser just took a tumble there.
Taking tumbles.
The 2025 Frederick High School yearbook staff is excited to capture the memories and moments of the 24-25 school year. Please make sure that your FHS memories last forever by purchasing a 2025 yearbook. Prices will increase throughout the year, so buy now. Well, if you haven't bought a yearbook yet, prices are probably at its peak. Briggs! Good save by Briggs!
Oh, just barely holding on there. Like you were saying, yeah, if you haven't bought that yearbook, I don't know.
It might be too late, to be honest.
No, they always have a few extra at the end of the year, so you can still hold on hopes, but don't trust anything I say because that might not be true.
That's true. I forgot to buy a yearbook last year and did not get one.
Oh, well, at least you're a senior. You got yours this year.
I got
right?
mine this year.
Oh, that's good. I got mine.
I was like one of the first orders this year.
Well, that's good. They do a lot of good work over there at the yearbook staff.
They definitely do, just right across the hall.
Yeah, taking a part of the journalism course.
Yeah, like the
Frederick.
Colorado Student Media Association.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a few journalism opportunities here.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got GEBN, yearbook. I think there's creative writing as well, which writes for the Frederick Lantern.
Another one. Need volunteer hours? Want to help our community? You should join Key Club, an international organization dedicated to service. Join us after school on the second and fourth Mondays of each month in room E118.
Briggs corrals that one. .646 to go in this first half. Briggs clearing it from her own line. Beautiful ball. Just hit a leg of an Niwot defender. Geist try to send it on through as they subbed. I believe they subbed Rickman off. Sage Mars has stepped back in. The senior at the offensive striker position.
Not a position you see Mars play a whole lot.
She does definitely have that attacking poise, but you don't really see her, like you said, playing up that high. But two seniors now up there at the front. You got Ryskova and Mares sitting up there.
Now, look at him advance the ball up the field. Frederick says no. Frederick will turn around. 50-yard line. Bring it across. It'll be offside. False. A throw-in for Frederick.
Can Frederick utilize this throw-in? They really, really need to find something here. You have the offensive opportunity. Can you find a net? Can you net one late here? Oh, I'm sorry. It is a free kick.
No, it's a free kick. Oh.
We've seen Rickman take a few of these free kicks trying to boot him in the back of the head. We see Mares as well try to take these. If she could score from here, that'd be
Yeah, she's got the
very
wind with her.
impressive.
Let that ball fly.
Lands down. Frederick Chen, they get a shot opportunity controlling it. Strojan on the wing. She's got to be careful. She's got two defenders pressuring her now. She's getting shoved, trying to open up the door. Frederick turned that ball over, and Niwot on a run, but here comes Schaefer, steps into it, making a good play to get in front of it. Sends it on in. Geist trying to get in the way, and Niwot lets that ball bounce away. It just goes out of bounds. As we send it down to the pitch with Hunter Vickers. Hunter.
Thank you, Ian. I'm down here on the sideline watching these teams play. It's been pretty competitive down here. A lot of getting on that ball and a lot of slide tackles and a lot of competitivity. Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Hunter. As Frederick just trying to do anything. Schaefer trying to push that pressure now. Back checking. Ryskova trying to get in the way. Niwot really moving it now from their own end. That ball intercepted by Frederick. Can Frederick turn it into an offensive push? But no. Niwot controls on the wing. Sent on through.
One thing I've noticed of this Frederick team is they just don't capitalize turnovers as well as their opponent. It's always Frederick will get the turnover, but it's nothing major comes of it. Other teams kind of punish you
with those
turnovers. Frederick just doesn't really seem to do that.
.324 to go. Niwot's throw. Niwot moving it now well, trying to get in front of it. Frederick turning the corner. Sends it on down. Ball bouncing around. Up in the air. Trying to win the 50-50. Schaefer. Ryskova trying to get that ball, calling for it. Schaefer trying to step in front of it, causing some commotion.
I think that was Schaefer's best opportunity so far tonight. Just jumping that play, nothing. Ball didn't even touch her feet, but
Did a
she
good
was
job.
there.
Yeah, she did a good job pressuring, trying to force him to make a mistake. Ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick coming up.
Frederick High School Booster Club carries the long tradition of supporting the students of this community. The purpose of the Booster Club is to provide the funding and manpower for the homecoming tailgate celebration and after prom.
Frederick had an opportunity there, and a foul is called on the line. As if that ball got through, Mares might have had a goal.
We thank Booster Club. They put on after prom just on Saturday.
That was pretty fun. I went to after
Yeah,
prom.
a lot of fun.
Saw you there.
I was there. I was at prom and after prom.
If you guys went to prom, hope you guys enjoyed.
Let us know in the comments what you thought of prom.
Yeah, we'll start chatting you guys up live broadcast. If you
Yeah,
start
please
commenting,
throw some comments.
we will talk back to you guys. Here comes Niwot, shot grabbed by Briggs. It's a beautiful venue though. Pelican Lakes.
Great venue. Pelican Lakes on their hosting island. It's kind of a wedding venue, but
It was beautiful.
it works just as well for prom. Boys got jiggy. Bust some moves on the dance floor.
We were busting some moves down there. Marcus was there too.
Marcus was running prom. And then the after prom. What a great show. They got a bunch of bounce houses and
Some prizes to give out.
bunch of prizes, bunch of games, more food than you could ever want. They even got way more food than they needed.
They had Chick-fil-A.
They had energy drinks too. 7 Brew sponsored the event. Bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, 47 seconds to go as we get back to the action on the pitch. Foul on Niwot. Can Frederick turn these last 30 seconds into an opportunity? Trying to go quick. Samaras with a beautiful ball. Can someone get in front of it for Frederick? Niwot sent it right back down. Good touch. What I have noticed is Niwot has taken their touches a lot better than Frederick. Frederick has really struggled to take their touches. And it's really costed them some opportunities. 17 seconds. Strojan, nice job turning the head, opening that opportunity up.
Strojan didn't really know where that ball was till late. Able to get a nice touch on it.
Flag goes up, and an offside's called. 3 seconds, as that'll take us to the
That'll
end
do it.
of the first half.
Some pretty good action from both sides through one. Frederick ended up on the bottom side of the score sheet. Just 2 unlucky bounces going Niwot's way.
Yeah, as we can pull up that comparison that we were talking about earlier and retake a look at it. We were talking about, how Niwot's a better team on the road, but at home they're 1-6, so not the greatest team at home. But on the road, we've seen it already tonight. They're dominating, 2 goals up, going into half. Frederick really need to find something here. And then we talk about the goal comparison. As we are...
Niwot's definitely outscored us, though.
As we will send it down to the pitch with Hunter Vickers. Hunter.
I'm down here with Coach Morganson, and you guys are playing good out there. So what can you guys change in the second half that worked in the first half?
Yeah, I think it's just a little more composure on the ball, and then trying to get a little some more shots on goal and really tighten up the defense. And again, can we carry some more into the attack?
Yeah. My second question is, you guys are playing really good. You guys have some good key players out there like Hayden and Rickman and Brooklyn. They're playing their best game tonight. Can you tell me how you talked to them at practice and how you got them to perform so good?
Yeah, I don't think that necessarily comes from me, but it's just, having a good presence in the back, and then having the presence up top helps with that connection. But I think it's just playing simple and being strong, especially in defense, just helps solidify it. And then again, we just need to build some more into the attack.
Thank you, Coach. Sending it back up to you, Ian.
Thank you, Hunter. As we spoke about Zadell earlier, we have the Zadell Realty halftime show.
Longtime viewers of the channel will recognize Zadell.
This presentation at halftime here at Frederick High School Girls Soccer is brought to you by Greg Zadell at Zadell Realty for the Zadell Realty halftime show. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, Greg Zadell at Zadell Realty is your community-centered go-to person. Greg Zadell is a local realtor and broker who's been selling homes in the Carbon Valley area since 1980. He's an active supporter of our community, FHS, and a proud partner of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. If you need a realtor with a deep knowledge of the market, Greg Zadell is a great choice. Watch his monthly real estate article in the Consumer Report. Email him, greg@zadellrealty.com. Greg Zadell at Zadell Realty, your community-centered realtor. And speaking of Greg, we had our very own Zoe Whitler and Greg. They met up and played their twist on house, as we will take a look at that right now.
What's up, Eagle Nation? Carly Evans here, alongside Zoe Whitler and Greg Zadell for the Zadell Realty halftime show. Today, we're going to be playing a game of house, similar to a game of horse. The rules are the same, but the only difference is if you answer the question correctly, then it equals a shot made. First one with all letters of the house loses the game.
Take a question instead of shooting this.
Okay, the first question is, what is the term for a loan used to buy real estate where the property itself serves as a collateral?
That's a mortgage. I better take another question.
Ooh, okay. Second question is, in real estate, what does the acronym MLS stand for?
Multiple listing service. Take a question instead of shooting this.
Okay. What is the process called when a property owner allows someone else to use their property for a specified period, often in exchange for rent?
They're leasing the property. Give me a question.
Ooh, okay. What is the difference between a real estate agent and a real estate broker?
So technically in Colorado, everybody's a broker, but most people are considered agents if they're working under a broker. I better take a question.
Okay. In what type of housing do residents own their individual units but share common areas and facilities?
A condominium or else common interest community. Jeez. I'm going to have to answer a lot of questions. Okay, give me another question.
All right. What is the term for the increase in the value of a property over time?
Appreciation. Okay, another question.
Okay. What do we call a document that outlines the rights and responsibilities of a tenant and a landlord?
A lease. better take a question.
Okay. What is the purpose of a home appraisal?
To set the value of the property to determine what the lender will loan on it. Okay, I'll take a question from here.
All right. What is the legal document that transfers ownership of real estate from one party to another?
The deed. Gonna make it tougher and tougher. Give me another question.
All right. What is the difference between a fixed rate mortgage and an adjustable rate mortgage?
So a fixed rate mortgage, the interest doesn't change, an adjustable rate, it changes usually on an annual basis. So I would choose to make you take a question and I should have asked it. Question.
Okay. What is the role of a homeowners association in a residential community?
They take care of the common interest community and enforce the covenants and rules. Pressure. Take it over. They're going to be the first one to get a house. Okay, pressure's going to be on you. I'm going to take a question.
Ooh, okay. What is the term for the initial payment by a buyer when oh Lord. Okay. When investing into a mortgage agreement?
Down payment.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Greg Zadell halftime show. Greg, Zoe, great game. Greg came out on top. Zoe,
It's because
you
I
were
answered
close.
all the real estate questions. She
Hey,
knows how
he
to
was
play
being
basketball.
smart. He was thinking.
Back to you.
Welcome into the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Start of the second half. I'm Ian McKendry. Alongside me is Mason Shafronic. Has Mason Frederick down 2-0. What do they got to do to work you back up here in the second half?
Well, we know this team's going to always come out strong. Start a halves, and I expect to see the exact same. They got to pressure well and not let Niwot go east-west with the ball.
Yeah, they've really got to come out firing. They really did come out strong to start the first half. They didn't really get any shot opportunities, but the pressure was there. They really just have to keep that going.
And tonight, the seniors are looking to finish their home careers on a high note. The Golden Eagles are still 2-10-1, but the senior night on the line, they're ready to fight for the win and get the hometown win.
Frederick in their defensive line. Send that one out. Rickman. Nice ball. Brooklyn, Rickman. Trying to take a high step off the header. Can she stick with it? Rickman. Ryskova blocked on the shot. And Niwot clear it. Frederick's biggest opportunity just falls short. Mares stepping down the wing.
I look to see the three seniors get a lot of minutes here in the second half.
Oh, I bet. Rickman trying to do something with it.
I like the offensive attack so far.
Uh-oh.
Here goes something.
Niwot is screeching down as she just ran through that entire Frederick defense. Pollard got it blocked. Pollard trying to turn. It opens something up. Mara's got juked out of her shoes right there. Briggs corrals it.
Let's see if Frederick can get their transition game going and push this ball upfield quick.
Buell lost that 50-50 in the air. We talked about that, me and Sergio. Frederick has struggled with those 50-50 in the air plays. They really have to find something. Frederick really trying to open up the stat sheet. They got to get something. I mean, you can't go goalless on a senior night.
No, not at all. They're gonna pop one here.
I hope so. Speak it into reality, Mason. Speak it into reality.
Well, if we had Carly here, we could just get the announcer's jinx going, and
But in a good way, hopefully.
yeah, it'll thrive. When Carly and I call baseball, she's keen for it.
What is happening right now with Frederick? They're just misreading him. Yeah, that's a foul. That was a nice little.
It's just a throw in. Nope, that was.
Oh, man. Free kick from Frederick. Or, sorry, from Niwot.
How did that ball bounce through?
I have no idea. Briggs corrals it. Mason, this will probably be one of your last on airs.
I think this is. I think I have one or two more broadcasts after this, and I'll be done.
Last time me and you on soccer.
Yeah.
I mean,
this will be
it's crazy.
kind of soaking it all in over here.
With Frederick down 2-0.
Yeah. And get a retirement speech going.
I'll let you have your moment at the end. Niwot moving it down the pitch now. Foul on Niwot as some bodies hit the floor.
Oh. Who sings that? You know what I'm talking about. I don't know who sings that.
I do, in fact, know what you're talking about. Rickman, Ryskova. Nice touch. Find Rickman again. Rickman. Oh, it just went out of bounds. Frederick is just inching closer and closer to Niwot's opportunity. Frederick stepping in, finally
the referee's getting right in the way.
They're getting in the. Frederick trying to finally. They called a foul.
Oh, come on, ref. What are we watching?
It ain't a Mason broadcast.
Utter disbelief. Oh, there we go. We're back in action.
It ain't a Mason game if Mason's not screaming at the refs a little bit.
I just disagree with them sometimes.
I just friendly disagree with them.
Yeah. They can have their opinion. I can have my opinion. I'm just going to let them know what my opinion is.
Be verbal with it. As Frederick misreading the ball, turning it into a Niwot push. Whoa.
Very effective transition by Niwot. See if they can make anything of it here.
I thought she was going to send that ball through, which that was very, very offsides. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in Frederick. Mason. Oh.
I was going to say, Frederick did a not-so-great job. They let Niwot just right through from about the 50 to the 20. Great ball movement by Niwot. And they kind of just ran it out of bounds. Smart defensive play to not let that come towards the middle and become a dangerous opportunity.
I was just about to ask you, what have you seen, like, I lost my word. Adjustment-wise from Frederick coming out of that first half into the second half, what adjustments have you seen so far?
I'd say they might be playing a little more aggressive, which is kind of needed. I'd be interested to know what the halftime
Speech?
Yeah, what the words were and how they plan to attack.
You think they brought the miracle speech in there?
I'd love to hear it. If I was a coach, I'd hear the miracle speech every time.
Oh, that shot going wide. Briggs gets under. That will be a goal kick.
Let the bodies at the blow. I think Ian's geeking right now. Good defensive play by Niwot there, corralling, making adjustments on the ball there. I apologize for Ian. Through ball by Frederick. He'll be sent back across the 50.
Niwot turning the corner, trying to open up an opportunity from outside the box, trying to send it in, controlling the ball. High step, turn the corner, shot Briggs.
Big save by Briggs. We'll get a corner kick coming out of Niwot, though. Niwot doesn't know. Oh, we do know what corner it's coming from.
Niwot moving it from the midfield, trying to turn it into another offensive opportunity. Frederick stepping into it, trying to turn it into an offensive opportunity, fighting aggressively, but Niwot controls.
Worth put on a nice move.
Oh!
Biffle will get her first goal of the night. We get a little shoe tie celebration.
Shoe shiner.
I believe that puts Biffle to 15 goals on the season.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very, very disappointing Frederick senior night right now. They are down 3-0 on your home turf.
And one thing about Frederick soccer is once they kind of get low and into their own head in the defensive zone, it's just hard to get the ball out.
It just, yeah, it becomes more of a mental game, and they stay in their own heads. They don't really focus on the other parts of the game. They have to try to find a way to really get back into this one. Throw in coming up for Niwot. Throwing for Niwot, sitting there waiting for it to come to her. Frederick trying to turn the corner, open up an offensive opportunity. Ryskova watches that one go, and that one just goes out of bounds. Niwot around the corner now. They're just stepping right past Tommy Buell. Niwot sends it into the box. Briggs gets all over it. Briggs looking to get this goal kick sent on out. Ball goes out of bounds. Frederick will watch Niwot get that throw. Niwot trying to push the pressure down. It's going to be a Frederick throw-in opportunity.
Pace starting to slow down here.
Yeah, you're down 3-0. You can't really do too much if you're Frederick right now. The only thing you can really do is try to score. And they haven't been able to really penetrate that Niwot defensive line.
Yeah, they're not able to get in behind that Cougar, behind them Cougars.
They can't penetrate those Cougars, and they're just struggling.
It's always difficult to penetrate the Cougars. Throw in by Frederick. Ball bounced around. Can they move it? It'll be a
Lands
turnover.
into Niwot's foot. Frederick tried to get that possession back, and Niwot just took that one away. Frederick can't do much out of their own end. Niwot's just going to keep controlling.
Apologize for that. He's trying to get himself some water. Our job up here.
Biffle. Briggs.
What a save by Briggs! Oh, my. She put the body on the line.
Remarkable.
Fully laid out for that one.
Unbelievable save by Briggs.
Put that on her highlight reel.
Rickman with a nice touch. Ryskova. Geist down the wing. Wrong touch. And Niwot takes care of it. Holds. And Frederick just trying to keep that pressure on. Schaefer was in there. Oh, that's going to be a handball.
Niwot has 3 subs waiting over there. Will they sub? Probably not.
Not at this current moment. I don't think the ref turned around to look.
Holmes working the ball around. Biffle now. Biffle sends it low.
That one goes out of bounds. Misplayed ball.
Now Niwot will get their 3 subs in.
.26 to go in the second half. Frederick down 3-0. Mason, if you're a coach right now, what is running through your head?
We just got to go full gas, no brakes here. I'd be throwing, like, Hail Mary lobs. You send 4 and just let them fly.
Go off the rails. Just go crazy.
We'd adapt like a 7-3-1 or something, and everyone just goes.
A 7-3-1. 2 players playing the back, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Rickman with a nice play. She scored off one of those not too long ago. She kind of just booted that ball in the air, and it somehow found a way to the back of the net. A 7-3-1, huh?
I'm not a big soccer analyst. And
I think you'd have to run a 6-3-1.
Is it 11 with the goalie?
It's when you do formations, it's not 11.
Not so you count up to 10. Makes sense.
Yeah. Right now they run a 4-4-2.
I might throw like an 8-1-1 out there or something.
Absolutely bonkers. Pull the goalie.
That's what's gonna take to
score,
to pop one.
I mean, soccer should adapt to hockey. Pull the goalie.
Heck yeah.
Get your extra attacker. I mean, they can do that.
We'll send 11 out there and let them fly.
I mean, you can take the goalie out of the crease, and she can just kind of do whatever she wants. But she's free game. If your goalie goes down, you're pretty screwed.
Very much so, and especially with Briggs being such a key player that she is.
Hey, maybe Briggs can score one.
That'd be sick.
That would be very sick. Not very often do you see goalie goals in soccer.
No, not at all. Has that ever happened? It's got to at some point. We'll get the Google machine running on that.
Alison Becker of Liverpool scored in the Premier League in 2021.
Oh, so fairly recent.
See if I can pull the clip up here. I want to see this.
We got a soccer game going on right in front of him. Shot will go just wide to the right.
And disappointed that that shot did go wide to the right.
Niwot will get another sub. Frederick just still stuck in their defensive end. You find some kind of mojo to get him going here.
Goal kick from Frederick. Oh, okay, we do have some questions in the chat. What is the best year of high school, Mason? What's your answer to that?
It's got to be senior year. I mean, it's kind of expected, but senior year or freshman year. You can't. A freshman year, you're still new and you don't know.
Very much.
Yeah, we're responding to Bagel right here.
Shout out Bagel.
But yeah, senior year. I mean, you kind of know everybody. You know the teachers. You know the layout of the building, and it's just
fun.
Yeah.
And I mean,
that's how I describe the year. It's just fun.
I think honestly, mine junior year has been pretty fun for me. I've enjoyed my junior year. I mean, the tests and stuff were rough, but
yeah,
overall, it's not been a bad year. I know a lot of teachers and everything in the school. And, you know, GEBN this year has really evolved.
Very much so.
Frederick
kind of found your role here in GEBN, too.
I know, I did. Second, what is your favorite moment from a broadcast?
Favorite moment from a broadcast? Man.
I know mine.
I've done too many broadcasts.
You said a lot of things on broadcast, too.
Yeah, I have. That's tough. There was one game sophomore year. We went to Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and that was a fun trip in general, just being around people. But that was sophomore year, still very new. I'd say, I don't know if I have a favorite memory.
I definitely have a favorite moment from the broadcast.
I'd say my favorite broadcast is probably this year girls playoff basketball.
Pueblo.
Against Pueblo County. I mean, they stomped Pueblo County.
That was definitely a very entertaining game.
Fun game to watch, fun game to call, fun game just to be a part of.
I mean, that was our first in-depth of the new graphics and stuff.
That is true. I was running that. That's probably what made it such a special game, yeah.
Yeah. I think my favorite moment from the broadcast, I have two, and they're both basketball. As guys just couldn't get that rundown, Niwot will just control it. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be a Frederick throw. My favorite probably all time is J.J. Strojan's record-setting game.
3-point record, yeah.
3-point and points record game. That game was really, really fun to call. It was a very entertaining game. J.J. obviously had the best game of his career right there. And then my second would probably be Zoe Whitler's 3-point game.
Zoe Whitler's 3 game.
That was also a very fun game to call. Really, any of the basketball games are really entertaining to call.
Basketball's fun. I'd put football
up there.
Second place to basketball. Basketball's nice because we're inside and we know, from a broadcast standpoint, we know how to do it. Football's fun, though. Just the energy with football. The whole school shows out.
The hype for it.
Everyone's here. Yeah. And then, like, especially you get a rivalry game against Meade or something.
Oh, that is the most fun game to watch. Yeah.
And the school does a lot for football. Football team knows it. They're just fun events.
It's fun nights, yeah. If you guys have more more comments,
just shout out Bagel.
Pop them in the comment section with Bagel.
Shout out Bagel.
So that ball, Niwot just trying to control.
Across the halfway point of the second half.
Frederick is struggling. 3-0. There's Rickman. Like you said, they got to get on that full gas. All gas, no brakes.
And we got to take advantage of turnovers here. Frederick just got a turnover. Can we capitalize? Another throw-in. We've talked in the past about set plays and I'd even put a throw in. It's kind of a set play. Just being able to capitalize and more or less not cause a turnover. As Frederick will turn over the ball.
As you say that.
Yeah.
Frederick trying to defend well here. That ball sent down. Schaefer chased it. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw.
If Frederick got up the field, they can move quick here.
Guys trying to keep it from turning into a bad opportunity.
Niwot will catch 3 subs here.
Bagel with another.
Another question.
What is the best non-broadcast video from GEBN? I got one in mind.
I feel like we both have a little bias here. Ian and I both have created some content in the past for the channel.
This one I did not create.
Really?
Yes. The one that I have in mind I did not create.
What is it?
I think the swim video. Honestly,
That's what I was gonna
the swim
say.
release video is funny. As Niwot tried to net one on the cross, Strojan did a good job coming in, flying, and took that ball away. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out.
Check that out.
It's on the
That's
channel.
Very funny. Yeah, I produced and made that video.
I was a part of that. I helped out.
Yeah. Ian was a mic guy.
I was the mic guy.
But,
I did appear in the video for a little bit.
Yeah. But it was just fun to shoot. We got a bunch of creative freedom, kind of do whatever we wanted. And, I mean, we didn't really hit our agenda, but it was a funny video.
It was a very fun video. I think I did enjoy making the girls' basketball video. That was fun. That was all original. I cut that one.
Yeah, all the highlight videos. Those are all fun, going and finding stuff. Another one is we've plugged it in the past, but Jackson, Gibbs, and I do our podcast, the Freddy's Nest podcast. And
Hey, we're trying to figure out hosts next year, so if you guys have some ideas, type them down low.
I feel like I don't know, but just doing that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the podcasts are fun. We got to recently run the graphics for the podcast.
We tried, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That episode was an interesting episode. We had our advisor
Yeah.
Varsing on there. If you guys haven't checked those out, too, we have them in a folder on the channel. Go check those out now.
We had Jake Marsing, our advisor, eat hamburgers, but he was blindfolded.
And he did very good, too, which was
Yeah,
surprising.
he's like, he got all of them. Nearing the 15-minute mark of this game.
Yeah, shout out Bagel, though, keeping the entertainment up here.
Thank all you guys for watching this.
Yeah, I mean, 14. 14 on the
Not
views.
bad.
Not too bad, not too bad. Shout out to all you guys at home. Frederick sets up the goal kick.
We do this for fun, and you guys just
You guys support.
happen to like it.
Happen to like.
Nifty move there by Niwot. Biffle was able just to smartly read what was about to come out of that.
As Frederick, is going to cop a foul for that. No, they didn't.
No foul.
Oh, wow. In the box,
I
too.
can hear terrible. See if Niwot can turn anything of this.
Good question from Bagel. What's your favorite athlete that's come from Frederick?
Whoa.
That's a deep question.
That could.
We don't want to pick favoritisms here, but There's a-
Favorite athlete.
there's a lot of good athletes here at Frederick. I could pick one probably for every sport.
Yeah, I could too. Well, I'm thinking football right now.
I think we might have the same idea for football. There's a lot of great football players. on this team.
I think we're not going to have the same football.
Who do you think?
I would say there's 2.
I think there's 2 for me.
I
as well.
think Gavin Ishmael has to be in the conversation.
That's a top tier conversation.
And then my 2 would be River Lakey.
Really?
River Lakey.
I was gonna shout out Cooper Anderson or some of the my freshman year guys.
Yeah, some of the older
Cruz Zamudio.
running back. I was thinking Cruz Zamudio.
Cruz is a good guy. Basketball, though, I think honestly, I mean, Dante's a good guy. I know
Dante,
you chirp
yeah.
Dante a lot.
I make fun of Dante always.
but
No, Dante's been really good.
he's been really good this last year. Girls, I think I'm have to take Zoe.
Yeah, it's always the
Kind of the face of the girls, which is not saying the team is like that team is a very good team this year.
Very good
The last
team.
2 years they've been very, very good.
Another fun part about Zoe is that she's in our class.
Yeah.
She can
Gives
kind
us
of get behind the
insights.
broadcast side.
She also
Yeah.
gives us insight on the broadcast and stuff. I think it's also impressive how she goes from playing
So
a
it- yeah,
game to
it's-
broadcasting a game.
She come up and do the call the
Boys.
boys game. That's insane.
That's credible.
oh.
I'm trying to think soccer, boys soccer. Oh man.
But it's hard because yeah, they're an athlete on the field and we show them being athletes, but at the same time,
We share a classroom with
yeah,
them.
just having classrooms with them and
We
just
see
seeing
him
how
in the
good-
halls,
Yeah,
yeah.
one of my favorite students is Braden Rudman. Rudman's just such
he's
a
a
cool
good athlete
guy.
too. Yeah, he's
Yeah, I share a PE class with him, and
Oh.
and that one would go over the net.
I thought it went in.
Even the fans down below, you can hear them.
12:10 to go.
Also, when doing boys baseball, talk with Carly a lot. Played freshman year with some of those guys, and
I forgot about that. You did play baseball.
I did play baseball with them. And one of my favorites, Danny Thompson. He's having himself one heck of a year this year. He's found himself in the 4 hole. Moved up from the 6 and 7 hole spot. Solidified him in the 4. He's just been playing good. He's been putting the bat on the ball and good defensively.
I think my favorite athlete from Frederick is you, Mason.
Is me?
You're a golfer too.
Wow.
You're a good guy in the classroom as well. Do a lot of work for GEBN. You also play hockey too.
I do play hockey.
Not for Frederick because we don't have a hockey team.
No.
That'd be pretty cool. Though.
SVVSD, get on that.
That'd be very cool. I'd enjoy. Frederick should at least get a lacrosse team.
Yeah.
I think that would be
Erie's,
cool.
Erie's got a lacrosse
A
team.
couple schools have. Meade has girls lacrosse. Frederick with an opportunity. Morris. Goal! Den Eagles goal! Sage Morris.
What? Not a better time to pop a goal.
3-1. And finally, Frederick does a great opportunity. And there is still time, Mason.
Oh, absolutely. Huge momentum shift. And being a senior night, what a special moment.
Absolutely brilliant from Sage Mares.
Ball roll out the back. Be a goal kick for Briggs. What a goal. That better have put some life back into this team.
Yeah, the 69th minute, Sage Mares finds the back of the net in Frederick now.
Late in the 69th minute, too.
Yeah, that was very, very late.
Frederick moving the ball well on the defensive side. Just trying to find the lane to go up, but they'll turn it over. Niwot will try to regroup. Mares will swallow that one up. I apologize for Ian tonight.
We're having fun. We're having fun out here.
Worth will throw that one in.
Frederick will play from the back line using the header there. Rickman.
She's got a nice head.
Niwot down the wing. Try to get that cross inside the box. What is the best food?
Shout out Bagel.
Bagel is the best. Best food spot in Frederick.
In Frederick?
Oh. I'm trying to think because we have a lot of fast food. If you guys like breakfast, go hit up Gabe's Cafe.
Never had Gabe's.
Really? Gabe's has some pretty good breakfast. I enjoy going there.
I feel like there's an easy answer here. Oh, when we have a Niwot player down.
I mean, Peppers is pretty
She
good.
just stood right up. Okay.
Peppers is pretty good.
Nah, there's an easy answer.
What is your answer?
It's Georgia Boys.
I was going to go there next. Georgia Boys is great. Shout out Georgia Boys.
Georgia Boys is by far, their side dishes are superb, and just the excellent quality of service that you get out of there.
What's your
Unbelievable.
what's your favorite meal at Georgia Boys?
You know, I'm a big sandwich guy. It could be burger. It could be like pulled pork style. I'm just big on the sandwich. In between two buns, I'm for it. And then always for the side, I'm a big mashed potato guy. But also mac and cheese, too. Mac and cheese there is
Their mac and cheese
superb.
is great. It's really, really good.
Like I said, anything between two buns, I'm for it. Huge sandwich guy.
Yeah, that's a deep pull. Peppers is pretty good, too. If you're looking for more of a
Laid back, chill.
kind of laid back.
Also a big fan of Georgia Boys brisket.
It's very good. Very, very good. Frederick, moving the pace now. Maybe a chance to score something here late, and Niwot goes down.
Niwot might have an odd man rush here.
Frederick does a good job in getting in front of it.
Good back check by Rickman.
Frederick doing a good job pushing the pressure. They want to fight. They want this game. So there's Rickman, or that is not Rickman, sorry. Moving from their own back line into the offense. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Frederick throw. This is an opportunity for them to kind of.
Looks like Frederick's doing a little bit of line juggling here. Different players playing some different spots on the field.
Yeah, they're messing with the formation. They're trying to move to a more offensive push. Sage Mares was in there trying to get that ball. Ryskova as well. Bagel with one last question. Shout out to Bagel for tuning in. What is the best beverage?
Best beverage.
Depends on the category.
Yeah,
I think-
beverage is so broad.
I think, me personally, soft drinks, I think Mr. DP is up there.
Yeah, the doctor's got to rule the soft drink category.
I think also, it depends on the thing, though, because if you're talking about, like, dessert drinks,
Dessert drink.
like a root beer float or a milkshake.
Utter disgrace pulling the
Oh,
root beer
man.
float. Oh, that's.
Root beer
I've
floats
never
are
been a root
great.
beer float guy. We'll see Frederick get a sub here. Yeah, DP rules the soft drink game, but
I think plain simple water is also a good answer. It's a basic answer, but it's a good answer.
I'm a root beer guy too. I like.
You're a root beer guy, but
yeah,
you don't like a
I
root
don't
beer
like,
float.
Yeah. You see, no. Here's the thing here. I don't like the A&W style where it's too creamy. And the root beer float, the ice cream just adds too much cream. I'm more of like a Barks like mug type guy.
Okay.
I'm kind of like a root beer critic. I got some good bottled root beer at home that's That nice, like, crisp on the tongue. Give you a little burn action. That's the good stuff.
No, I'm not.
But no, A&W is not where it's at.
Really?
A&W might be the worst soft drink in the world.
Are you a Gatorade or a Powerade guy?
Is there a difference?
There
There's not
is
a difference. No.
There is a difference, 100%. I feel like Gatorade, I haven't had Powerade in a hot minute, but I think Powerade's a little more sweeter.
I could see that. Our team, we'd get Gatorade powder.
Oh,
so
okay.
we'd go the powder into the bottles.
Yeah.
The boys drank so much orange. It was unbelievable.
You like the orange?
No, but that's just what we had.
I do not like the orange Gatorade personally. It's not a.
But I'm mostly just a water guy, to be honest.
I think it's a simple pull, but it's a valid pull. Have you had some liquid IV? You've never had liquid IV?
I don't think I ever have.
It's kind of like Gatorade, but
That one roll
it's like healthier
through the back.
for you.
I'm trying to think of like other. I'm not like really much of a coffee or juice guy. Or an energy drink guy, to be honest. It's just water or root beer. Or water or Mountain Dew. Not Mountain Dew. What am I saying? Water or Dr. Pepper.
Water DP. What's better, Coke or Pepsi?
They're the same.
No. I disagree with that take completely. Niwot pushing it. Maybe a last push for Niwot. Maybe going to go for 4. Shot blocked, and Rickman gets under it. 2:52 to go. $15 people watching the stream now.
Time winding down and hope dwindling. Can Frederick make a push going north here?
I mean, if you want a goal, you got to go now. This is really one of your last chances. But Niwot doing a good job keeping the pressure on, and Niwot's done that all night long. They've really forced Frederick to have to. Niwot has really had to. They have kind of been laid back this game. They haven't really had to put too much pressure on Frederick, but overall, Frederick's had to kind of really push into a full offensive opportunity.
Briggs
Briggs
is
is
down.
way out. That shot nowhere near the net. Frederick goes on a counterattack.
Mars will get that ball through. Holmes will dance around with the ball and push it ahead.
Foul is going to be called or offsides. Nearing the 90-second mark. Mason, what was your takeaways from this game from Frederick?
I thought they came out hot, and I thought they pushed the pace well. But just going down 2-0 early in the game kind of set Frederick on their heels, and they just weren't able to climb out of the hole. I thought everyone played overall a pretty good game, especially out of the senior core group, with Mares getting herself
A goal.
her first. Not her first.
I think it's
A goal.
a goal tonight.
We'll get bodies colliding over near the benches and
Contact.
cutting herself down to 45 seconds. Frederick gets a free kick right in front of the Niwot bench.
Frederick can't do much with it. Ball takes a bounce out of bounds. 30 seconds to go.
This clock continues to wind down here. Just a reminder that our broadcast is brought to you in part by United Power. United Power are proud of the Golden Eagles. Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Power your local sports and local schools. United Power, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative. And that will sound the buzzer on the Golden Eagles 25 season here at home.
Yeah, at home, yep.
They will play one more on the road to cap off their season.
Mason, your last game here.
It is.
It's for soccer.
For soccer.
Anything,
Last game up in the press box.
Anything you want to say?
It's been a fun ride. Appreciate you guys sticking in through us.
Shout out Bagel.
Shout out Bagel to end us off, and thank you guys for letting me be part of your guys' journey. Record will move to 2-11-1 now. Tough break this season.
Now we'll have to go to 5-8-1, so they're looking for a good bounce back. As we're just waiting the sideline to get ready for the hit. Mason, obviously not the way you wanted to go out if you're Frederick. At home, you take the loss, but overall.
Overall, I thought they had a decent season. I mean, it's a young core.
Definitely.
Only 3 seniors. Kind of very sophomore heavy. You even have the Rickmans. One's a junior, one's a freshman. You have time to build. You have a goalie you can build around. Briggs will be around.
That's definitely one of the key pieces is that this goalkeeper, that if you could have a solid goalkeeper, you have room to build. Like
Exactly.
you said, big round of applause from the crowd. Standing ovation as their 2025 season wraps up at home.
Frederick has one more game left on Thursday against Skyline. Their season will conclude after this week. These girls have fought hard. Short season, to be honest.
It has been a short season. We didn't get to do as many broadcasts as we wanted to, probably, with this team. But overall,
It's been fun.
it's been a very fun season. Me and you, I think we're on 3 or 4 broadcasts together. It's been a ride.
It has been. We've been able to travel together.
Seen this team from start to finish, really.
And I've definitely seen improvement
Oh, for sure.
from the first game here.
Yeah, started the season with a win. Last game at home with a loss. But we talked about they at least need to get a goal. They got that goal. Mares with a beautiful shot.
And I'm glad it was a senior that scored.
Yeah.
Mares will get her last one on the home turf.
I am excited to see next year how this team grows. Because like you said, it is a young team. To see how this team's going to grow next year is going to be incredible. And
Very
I'm
much
excited.
so.
I'm excited to see where this team goes next year, especially with a strong striker like Rickman, who can score goals, and she has been scoring goals. She almost had a hat trick against Greeley Central.
And another thing is you're gonna have people 8th graders filling that freshman role.
Yeah.
And you might get lucky and pop an outstanding freshman, kind of like Niwot's found. And
We've had quite a few freshmen who stepped up and played some big roles and big minutes in this team.
absolutely.
As we will send it in a minute. As we will send it to the pitch with Hunter Vickers. Hunter.
Thank you. And I'm down here with Hayden and Sage right now. So great game, guys. After all. First question. This is for Hayden, for Sage. How does it feel to be a senior right now?
It's sad because I have to leave Hayden behind.
Yeah. No, Hayden, you guys had a great game out there. Anything you had to say about Sage that is a good memory?
Probably when she got a bloody nose at Fort Morgan.
Thank you, Ian. Sending it back up to you, man.
Thank you, Hunter. As tonight's broadcast of varsity girls soccer between the Niwot Cougars and your Frederick Golden Eagles have been brought to you by the Town of Crew students here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I've been Junior Ian McHenry alongside Senior and Technical Producer of GEBN, Mason StVrainStorm. Our director for tonight has been Marcus Key. Our camera operators are Micah Sungapatelli and Ethan Delear. The third member of our team down on the sideline is Hunter Vickers. And our PA tonight has been Tyler Hewitt. And shout out Corey Klimper once again being here with us tonight. For everyone at FHS, I've been